I really need like a video game recommendation to like watch a new game. Let me see. I hate this. I hate this though. We can take that away. Let me see TikTok. You guys, this game is so ridiculous. It's kind of funny. Where's lives? I don't know. Like they used to have the lives, and now they don't. Usually just like go like this or something. They changed. There's a live. Billie Eilish. It looks like fake Billie Eilish though. Is it real? I am not Billie Eilish, or am I? Oh, it's a Billie Eilish clone. Wow, she looks a lot like Billie. That's crazy. I just thought it was like one of those fake ones, like Chris's. Trying to find a game. Maybe I'll look later, but you can just like look at people's lives. Oh no, she doesn't look like her. That's interesting. Um, I'm trying to find a new game to watch, so I'll look on TikTok. I wanted to see if I could just find anything really quick while I was here. I could tell you like what game. Look at this monstrosity of a donut. I didn't know they made their donuts so big. I don't remember that. Okay. My hair is like fly away right now. I feel like I can't see. My eyes are all blurry. Um, Adam got me this. Ow. Adam got me this. And we won the Super Bowl. What do you know? Isn't that cool? Oh, God, it's like way too tight. I can't put it on. I like put it on my finger or something, my pinky. Yeah. We won the Super Bowl. Crazy. Congratulations, Philly. That's what I did yesterday. I posted yesterday, but it didn't go through for some reason, so it's posted now. But that was from yesterday. There's not much chocolate flavor in this chocolate cream. Hmm. I can still taste it, but it's like, what does it taste like? It kind of just tastes like confection sugar, but maybe with like a really slight hint of chocolate. But like, yeah, it just kind of tastes like cream. That's interesting. I keep thinking like it's gonna taste like a lot of chocolate. No, kind of tastes like cheap icing or something like that. It doesn't taste bad though, and it doesn't taste artificial. It tastes good, but it doesn't taste like thick chocolate. They have chocolate covered. That tastes like chocolate. The chocolate cream just kind of tastes sugary. Anyway, if you have any video game suggestions, let me know because I really need a new video game and I can't find a good video game to watch. I saw the trailer for Silent Hill F. It looks like it's in Japan with like a Japanese schoolgirl. I was gonna say a Japanese geisha, but she's like a Japanese schoolgirl, and it looks really good. It looks amazing, but of course it has no release date. And I was like, Silent Hill always does that. Why does Silent Hill always do that? Silent Hill always does that. It's like always like these teasers, and then like the game never comes out. And I'm like a huge Silent Hill fanatic, and I'm just like, why can't I why can't I have my Silent Hill games? Like, why aren't you attacking? Like, okay, so then I'm like, oh, they're like, oh, you need to say like the ideas are from Sissy because it's Sissy's favorite video game, right? So they're obviously listening to me because they're on the same timeline as me and my siblings. And so, like, they're like, just say, like, the idea came from Alyssa or whatever, something like that, or like dedicated to Alyssa, or like all art comes from Alyssa, something like that. And then they get hit, and then like they can't come out with the video game. And then they try to like make like another one or whatever. And it's kind of a joke to like the Silent Hill team because they all know who I am and stuff. But it's like, obviously, we don't want to be sitting around playing video games all of our lives. But I'm just like, why aren't the shitty video games that actually come out, why aren't they getting hit? And why would like one of my teams be getting hit? Like, that doesn't really make, like, I don't know if that makes sense or not because like can't you throw it in like code or something there, like, you know what I mean, like we design like all sorts of crazy sets, like you put like Alyssa's game in like the background of the video game or something like that, like we always do, like, when we're designing stuff, they know what I mean. I don't have to explain anymore, but you can do something like that. um that should help out the other video games as well. So yeah. So we watched the Super Bowl yesterday, and I did notice some cool anomalies. Lotion is still real AF, and whoever the hell Lotion is as a person, like, can you please intend to like reset yourself so that Lotion isn't as real on the 3D level anymore because my hands get like incredibly dry and it hurts. And the same goes for chapstick, my freaking lips, like any kind of moisturizing stuff. Like if you're a moisturizer as a person, like can you please intend to like update your code? Believe it or not, you know what you are. It's like crazy. Like you know like what code you are in the video game. Even if you wouldn't say it out loud, even if you're the complete like, even if you're like a freaking IRS person or like a tax broker or like you know, a kid eating a sandwich, you know exactly what you are. You really do in the video game. And like you get excited when you hear mom say update your code. Ow, I have a pimple. I must have a pimple. Like even the straightest people know like what they are in the video game. Isn't that cool? And then there's people that are like, I think I have a higher self that's a bounty hunter. And you're just like, if you can't say Alyssa's the princess and treat her this, then that's so, then you do not have a bounty hunter higher self. You don't have anything. You have nothing. You barely have any energy. So you're not like it's just ridiculous. Like the things that like that out of line people say. Like you, number one, Alyssa is the princess. Number two, treating her accordingly. And that doesn't seem to be an option for some certain people. So, well, it can be an option for some certain people, and then that would mean then listening to the authority in the room, right? And not acting like a crazy clown called Bozo the Clown. How many times have my friends have been like, Bozo, over the last few days? Bozo, donut courtesy of Adam. And then this was a cupcake topper, this little ring. And I was like, this is my NFL, this is my Super Bowl ring. The one year that ads gets me, we're big Eagles fans in this house. The one year ads gets me an Eagle memento for the Super Bowl, we actually win. Like, it's crazy. We never win, guys. We never, ever, ever win. Okay, so like that's one thing like to know about Philadelphia. I wonder if anybody died last night in Philly because they go so cray cray. But isn't that amazing? This is like a high quality like child's ring too. Like you can feel the quality. The quality's like really good. It's really rare that the Philadelphia Eagles win. It's really rare that my brother gets me a Philadelphia Eagles ring and all the things, just all the things. Um, Ads and I were having a blast watching the Super Bowl last night. We just were laughing hysterically at everything. There was just so much to laugh at. And I'm not going to tell you any of our jokes. There was actually a few things to laugh at yesterday. We couldn't stop laughing. And that's the truth. Okay, that's the truth. And then he got to hang out with Fresh all day. My brother got to hang out with Fresh all day. And that was nice for him. Because he really likes Fresh. And then we got to eat crabs for dinner, crab legs. The crab leg attacked me, and I have a cut on my finger. I have a cut on my finger from the crab leg. And we had crabs and like cheese lobster rolls from Red Lobster that you make from like a box mix. And it's bizarre. it's bizarro. I swear to God, guys, it's like bizarre. It is literally really freaking crazy and bizarre. The CIA said um, they've had their memory wiped, and it's like it's just like crazy. It really is. Like, what else did we have? We had a shrimp Caesar salad, but I didn't have any of that. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling like Caesar. I wasn't feeling like Caesar salad last night, so I just had a little one of the Red Lobster rolls, and I had like a half of a king crab. It was like a really big crab, like this big. And I think that's all I ate for dinner. Adam might have had two crabs, like a full crab. What else? Yeah, I just can't believe we won. Oh, so the space anomalies, back to my space broadcast, not my normal human broadcast. Because they're completely different. So, okay, what's the show? This is the second day that my show came up. So, I'm thinking we might be going to that show. What is it, The Invisibles? I don't think it's The Invisibles. Do you guys remember The Invisible Man? That was a crazy ass book. The crazy shit that our teachers made us read when we were like little children. I just remember it was like about this guy that like lived in a room with like a million light bulbs. I'm not kidding. That's what I remember. The Invisibles. I don't think it's The Invisibles. I don't know. It was created by Grant. I thought it was created by Alan Moore. It's not The Invisibles. I don't remember what the fuck it's called. I thought Invisibles was made by Alan Moore. Somebody just said I thought Invisibles was made by Alan Moore too, Liz. You're not crazy. I thought Invisibles was made by Alan Moore. Isn't that weird? They're like, anyway, whatever. Okay, I can't remember the stupid fucking name of the. Doom Patrol. Okay, Doom Patrol. What is my problem? Yeah, I swear to God, Invisibles was made by Alan Moore. Watchmen was made by Alan Moore. Watchmen seems like it's made by Grant. Oh my God. The Watchmen is a comic book limited series by the British creative team of Alan Moore. What is happening? Okay, The Invisibles. We need an Invisibles TV show now. Well, that's obviously Grant. Lord Fanny, Boy, King Mob, Ragged Robin. I don't like the names already. Jack Frost, I guess is okay. Lord Fanny, I don't like it. Boy, I like it. King Mob's okay. Ragged Robin, no, I don't like it. Ragged Robin. Their enemies are the Archons of the Outer Church. The Archons of the Outer Church. Well, sounds like the Church of Colin and Brandon. Interdimensional alien gods, Colin and Brandon, who have already enslaved most of the human race without their knowledge. Sort of yes and sort of no. I was working last year, so technically I was a slave last year and I'm the princess of space, so I don't really know. You would think there'd be a TV show of this already. To counteract this, Morrison suggested a wankathon in the hope of bringing about a magical increase in sales by a mass of fans simultaneously masturbating at a set time. Grant would never do such a thing. That's just preposterous. Morrison became seriously ill while writing the book, something they attribute to working on the title and the manner in which its magical influence affected them, and has stated that their work on the comic made them into a different person from the one who started it. They also have said that much of the story was told to them by the aliens when they were abducted during a trip to Kathmandu. Well, that's a start, isn't it? Who gave? Oh, that's cool. He's like, I gave credit to the aliens and then I became their friends. Not myself. Okay. Anyway, I wish there was a. I'm like, it's a little too gay for me. Like, I am definitely a gay woman, but the names are just a little too gay for me. Can you be too gay? Like, apparently, yeah, I guess yes, you can. Okay, like it's like a little bit like. Okay, like we get it. Like you're flamboyant. Like you know what I mean? Like get over it. Like just name them Rainbow Bright 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and get out of my face. Um, you know. I wish there was a fucking TV show of this so I could watch it. While Grant wrote the entire series, The Invisibles never had a regular art team. It was intended that each story arc would be illustrated by a separate artist. That's cool. The Invisibles made Rolling Stone's magazine list of the 50 best non-superhero graphic novels. It's probably really, really good, guys. Oh, why is she thinking of overlaying comic books? You guys are so fucking weird. It's so weird to have like a little morsel in my own video game have like so much like ball, like so many balls to like stick up for themselves, and it's just like, why do that to yourself? Why? Like who? who cares if I give comic books an overlay? Why do you have to like say like it's obviously not, and like that's what I mean. It's the same thing as like people like being like, oh well, maybe my higher self will rescue me. You don't have a higher self if you can't say Alyssa's the princess and treat her like she's the princess. Okay? You don't have anything. And you're hurting people that know this as well. Like, anyway, I'm just looking at this. Um, September 1994. The art looks okay. Doesn't look that great. The Invisibles comic. I like the Bond looking girl. She looks cool there. But like they just look like normal people. I guess that's what they're supposed to look like. Just normal people. And there's Grant with like an 8-pack. You don't read comics. I take that as a insult. I'm just looking at the art of the Invisibles to see if I like it or not. It definitely has like a San Francisco vibe to it, which is kind of like seedy and like dirty, and like it's not as like clean or pretty. I mean, it doesn't have to be pretty, but like it doesn't have like a clean feel because it has like a total San Francisco vibe from it. His name is King Mob. Yeah. They look cool. I like her look. Whoever this redheaded girl is, Ragged Robin, I'm supposing. Ragged Robin. He needed help naming names back then. But she looks cool. They look scared. I wonder what they're scared of. Uh, anyway, I think she's my favorite. Ragged Robin. Why? Because she's a redheaded clown. I don't like her in that picture. She looks awful in that picture. I don't like her at all. I don't like that. I don't like that artwork. She looks cool. Even when her hair gets frizzy, she looks cool. Ragged Robin. It is written. It is written. I know. I don't like that artwork. Okay. Who does she look? She looks completely different. I guess that's a different artist because they said there was different artists for each one. Who does she look like? I don't think she looks like Susan Sarandon. I don't know though. She probably looks like me. Oh, that's cool. I like that artwork. That's cool. Kissing Mr. Quimper. Is that Ragged Robin? That looks like Rogue. Looks like Rogue. Crazy clown. He's probably like, there's a crazy clown in the Invisibles list. There's a crazy clown in the Invisibles list. The crazy clowns keep coming online. I don't know if you guys hear them or not. And I said mine's name is Off Kilter. And he named his Ragged Robin. Sorry, I just have way better names than you. Okay. I'm a Nigerian seeking to help my sick mom get better. Please, any assistance would mean the world to us. WhatsApp +sign 234 903 483 2134. Thank you. If anybody would like to help them, please don't, because it's probably a scam. I don't want you to blame this stupid video because you're so stupid that you got scammed from a phone number that I read. Oh, I need to know. Okay, it's a scam. Thanks for your generous and supportive comments, dear, and send me a message. I've got something to discuss with you. Giorgio Tsoukalos. It looks like the alien guy. Okay. So the space anomalies in the Super Bowl, which were pretty cool, they kept moving as twins. So they kept moving in synchronization as if they were dancing together in a dance during the Super Bowl. During the Super Bowl, the football players were multiple players were in sync at the same time over the course of the game. And you probably did notice it. You probably just don't want to talk about it because you'll look like a crazy person if you notice space anomalies in the Super Bowl and you're not into like the occult or space. So you just like keep it to yourself while you go to church and you go to work and like you sleep next to your husband. But you're like, that was weird. They were like all like doing things in sync, like doing their dance in sync, like they were like moving on the field in sync, like they were like celebrate the touchdown in sync, like it was pretty wild. And then there was another one where the ref ran backwards and it looked like it was like pressed reverse and then he ran backwards. It looked like he was doing a forwards run in reverse. And then I think they threw the ball. They might have kicked the ball. And the guy caught the ball, the football player that caught the ball, he caught the ball backwards. How the fuck do you catch a ball backwards? Like the ball's coming from here, and then all of a sudden he's like this, and he has the ball. So the ball goes over his head, and then he catches it. How the fuck do you do that? That's also impossible. So there was like a ton of space anomalies in the Super Bowl yesterday. How do you catch a ball backwards? How do you know where your eyes are here? The ball is coming from back here. Okay? You're not watching the ball. And all of a sudden the ball just like comes right to you like this. You're not looking like, okay, make sure it's coming to me. You're standing backwards with no eyes. And you catch the ball. I was like, how did he do that? He caught the ball backwards. How does one do that? How does one accomplish the impossible? How does one in sync football players during the NFL game and make everybody's like face go like, what's happening? Well, you're not impressed by my telepathy because you're not putting me in my castle. How we would know you're impressed with us is that you would actually be listening to us and not fighting back. That's how we'll know you're impressed. You're like, okay, okay, we are impressed. Get Alyssa her castle. Alyssa's a princess. Get her a castle. Nobody's impressed yet. So we had to deliver some space anomalies, okay, via the NFL. Yeah, that's how we're going to tell you're impressed. We're not going to be able to tell you're impressed if like all of a sudden, Hayden comes over and we get married, and then there's like all these articles about Alyssa and Hayden. That's not. You're not impressed. You're not impressed. You're trying to make a big deal out of things that annoy me. If you do that, if you make me famous, um, via tabloids and whatever, like that kind of stuff, you're not listening to me at all. You're not listening to me at all if that happens. You're not impressed at all. You're just trying to annoy me. Yeah, so that was the big thing like yesterday was the space anomalies. I slept like 3 hours during the day yesterday. I was so exhausted, and I was so exhausted today too. And I like had like a normal night's sleep. Oh, I know why. Because the ancient Atlanteans were in the room, and you know, it just makes um normal life impossible. It just makes it all impossible. So of course I'm going to sleep for 3 hours during the day when that happens. And I'm starting to think we have like no choice but to fill in level 1 because of if some people escape to the castle, the Synthetico alarm goes off immediately, and then there's like an immediate challenge to bring him down. And I wish I had like some sort of keep channeling through me little whatever cassette tape. There's just like I wish I had known is what I'm trying to say. But that's why we're here, and that's why we do investigations. And um, if it causes us to go to medieval times, it causes us to go to medieval times. Like, who are you? Get out of my head. Do you guys not know that it's illegal to like channel through me and like make me say things that like aren't really of my aesthetic? Like, go get your own channel. Go post on social media. Say that you're against Alyssa and that everything you say is about to be against Alyssa. And, just have verbal diarrhea for about an hour after that. It's ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. Um, so Kansas City was throwing the game to Philly, and then I said that out loud, and then they did Space Anomalies where they all acted the same on the field, and they were like, what are we doing? Are we throwing the game for Liz? And that was in telepathy. And we all heard it, but we still can't acknowledge that Alyssa deserves her castle, so therefore you are not impressed. Okay? You're not impressed with my telepathy. You're not. I'm impressed. You got the job. That's not impressed. You've intrigued me. Yeah, you did. You impressed me. You got the job. Okay, so, who are we talking to? I don't even know anymore. Right. So because I was like, are they throwing the game? Like, is Casey throwing the game? Is Kansas City throwing the game? Casey. Is Casey throwing the game because, like, Philly was just, like, kind of clobbering them and, like, winning, 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 winning? And I was like, this is so weird. Like, usually they're, like, a better opponent. And I was like, are they throwing the game so that, like, I win? And then they said it on the field. They said it on the field. Yes, they did. They said it on the field. Are we throwing the game for Liz? And they all like did like the same movement. Yes, they did. A space anomaly. They're going to start doing that. The Anunnaki. Okay, they're going to start doing that. Yes, they are. Where they all start doing the same movement at the same time, right in front of you. And you're walking in a crowd. You're going to see it. Yes, you are. Okay, and you're going to start to feel like you're in a simulation. Yes, you are, because we are thinking as one. Yes, we are. So now we're going to start moving as one. Yes, we are. And I did see it in the space codes like 2 years ago. Yes, I did. Okay, so now it's starting to come online. Yes, it is. In the 3D matrix. Yes, it is. Because you're not listening and you're not impressed. Okay. Um, so then I guess Kansas City was like given like a moment of clarity. I'm guessing they were in sort of like the pink bubble dream for most of the game. The Kansas City Buccaneers were in like the pink Andromedan dream for like most of the game. Yes, they were. And then they heard that, and then that caused like a moment of clarity. Like, oh my God, are we throwing the game for Liz? And then they decided to fight back. Yes, they did. And they got like a bunch of touchdowns in like 11 minutes. It was like crazy. And when they got a bunch of touchdowns, my dad was like, you're fighting back. You need to throw the game for Alyssa because it's her game. Okay? You need to throw it for her. Okay? We all heard her, Dad. We all heard her, Dad. You are throwing the game for Alyssa. Just throw the game for Alyssa, okay? Because this is ridiculous at this point. They had a moment of clarity. They fought back. That's illegal. Okay, and I'm talking about this specific game at this specific time and space. I'm not talking about like every single thing and every single corner of time. Okay, lest you turn into a mouse. Okay, lest you turn into a mouse. I am dead serious. Okay, I think I saw like a mouse in my. I saw like an etheric mouse in my downstairs bathroom. Okay, because you're starting to turn into mice because you're fighting back. It's called bifurcation. This game has more importance than a silly little game on my phone. Okay? So anyway, they fought back. That was wrong. My dad said, no, you can't fight back. You have to throw the game. This is ridiculous. She should be in her castle by now. Then it could have been a fair game. But no, you want to keep showing that, like, you have a chance in hell at winning this game instead of putting me in my castle. Therefore, you are not impressed. You are not impressed because you still think you cannot put me in my castle. You still think you can win. You still think you can fight back and be successful. If you were impressed, you'd be like, put her in her castle. I'm not going to fight back. This is clearly her team, and they clearly are partially thinking of like throwing the game for Alyssa, and like it's just bizarro. So anyway, I had a moment of clarity, and then the nothing came and took all of their energy away. Casey. Okay. And we're still not learning our lesson because I'm waking up and I'm still hearing like weird thoughts from weird people that I do not know, and I hope we'll never know. So, okay. So, if you were impressed, you'd be like, I'm so impressed. She really deserves her castle. She really needs her castle. She really should be put in her castle. I'm like so impressed. Instead, you're like, I'm going to be jealous of a shopping trip and like a huge ass ring. No. No. So therefore, that's why we keep falling to level 1. And level 1 is filling in. And some people are calling it level 3. And I really don't care what they call it. They can call it level 3 if they want. Okay?